This is Daphne Canales-Lees, and I'm going to be talking to you about 3 ways to strategically grow your business with Spartan Spark. So to grow your business, what you need is a system, and to be specific, it's a 3-part system. You want to have a get notice system, and that asks the question, are enough of the right people noticing you? You want to have a stay in touch system, is your business at the forefront of your customer's mind? And you want to have a business automation system. And what you're answering there is, do you have the capabilities to handle more customers? And to bring it all together, it's not just enough to have systems in place. You need to have a plan to put these systems in place. Do you have the guidance you need to systematically grow your business? So we're going to talk about each of those a little bit more. The Get Notice system. What experts are saying is that small businesses can't afford not to have a system because up to 50% of shoppers buy from the first company that responds to the query. So if you don't have a system in place to get noticed, you're going to be losing a lot of sales. A stay in touch system. What the experts are saying is, according to Bain & Company, a 5% increase in customer retention can increase a company's profitability by 75%. So again, if you're not at the top of your customer's mind or at your potential customer's mind, you're losing possibly 75% profitability. And Gartner's group says that 80% of your company's future revenue will come from 20% of your existing customers. So if you're not staying in touch with those customers, then again, your business isn't doing as well as it should. When we talk about the business automation systems, what the experts say is that the people who do best are the ones who use their skills to do things that they're great at. So they don't worry about the trivialities, and they don't worry about doing all the little tiny things in their business. They delegate them, or they use systems to make those things happen so that they can do what only they can do, what they're great at, what they love to do. Let's talk a little bit more about the Get Notice system. Why do you need it? To drive traffic to your website and to stand out as an expert to your audience. So if you have a website that nobody's visiting, there's no point in having a website. And we know that nowadays being an expert online is being an expert in real life. So there's a lot of things you can do to create to showcase that expertise. What you need sales and marketing tools, you need fresh and relevant content, and you need to rank high on the search engines. And how can you do that? So the Get Notice system is all about standing out as an expert in your industry. So you need to have a branded website, domain name, and branded emails. You need to have a process to pull potential customers to your website, a website that works on all devices, because nowadays people are looking on cell phones and tablets, and if you have drop-down menus, for example, they're quite difficult to navigate using mobile devices. Create visibility through automated methods. So again, pulling people in and linking to social media and all those kind of things creates more visibility for you. Let visitors experience your products or services. So give them a chance to download some documents about you or some videos that aren't easily accessible, that share more information about what it is that you do. And that brings us to educating through content, videos, and e-courses. You want to create trust through showcasing testimonials. And build a blog. A built-in blog right into your website helps you stay relevant in the search engine. So that's a really big deal that people miss. Often they have blogs on different websites, not on their own, and they're not getting all the traffic to their own website where they have all that information for the customers to see. And you want to make sure that you have a web system that's built from the ground up with SEO in mind. So that's a huge topic that can last an hour. What are the different ways that you can build SEO? But if you have an SEO expert, you can create all those things that you need to be at the top of the search engines in the correct way. Next, we have the stay in touch systems. Why you need them is to keep yourself at the forefront of your customer's mind and to establish trust with your potential customers. So if you stay in touch with your customers or potential customers, you keep sending them valuable information, they'll eventually trust you and start purchasing from you. And with your current customers, you'll be at the forefront of their mind next time they want to make a purchase, or with new customers, when they're ready to purchase, you want to be that person that they remember. What you need are samples of your service or product. So again, download documents or videos that explain what you do or how you do it. You want to provide valuable and relevant information. So not just information about your company, but information that helps your customer have a better life. And you want to be able to reach customers where they are. So usually they're on different kinds of social media, and you want to be able to reach out to them there and then bring them back to your website. The Stay in Touch system is all about being able to offer your services when your customers are ready to buy. So you need to have a call to action on your website. You need to be able to automatically send valuable information, trials, and samples. You need to be able to provide fresh content, videos, and images to track customer interests and integrate that with social media. So if customers are expressing that they like a certain topic, then you want to be there to answer those questions if that's relevant to your business. When you have a member only area, you enhance customer experience because they're logging into something that other people don't have access to, and you're able to track as well what kind of things they like, what videos they watch, what documents they download. You want to be able to stay in touch automatically with your leads and customers so that there's constant communication and not a lot of extra work on your side. And to be able to send your blog, that built-in blog that you have, or a news blitz with the click of a button. So trying to make your life easier with systems. You need to have the ability to sort different customer lists based on your customers' preferences. So what that means is that if you have customers that range from teenagers to senior citizens, then you want to be able to have a list that caters to those different audiences because they're going to have different interests. And again, really important, if you're Canadian or marketing to Canadians, you want to be able to conform to all the Castle email regulations, the new regulations that just came into effect this year. Business automation systems. Why you need them: to have more time, to help more people, and to do what you love. Let's back up for a second. So why do you need to have more time and help more people? If you're not able to walk away from your business for an emergency for yourself or someone in your family, then your business has a big risk that you're the only person that can do what it is that you do. And you want to be able to delegate that or automate a lot of that so that it's easier to run a business where you can be doing what you're great at. What you need: a sales and marketing funnel. You need to create a business hub. You need to create a hub around your website, and business management tools. So what it's about making your life easier. You need all your tools under one umbrella so that you can streamline everything in your business, so that you can have a live 360 view of your business and see what's going on in invoicing and see what's going on with your customers. And be able to see all different aspects of your business. In order to do that, everything has to be under one umbrella. You need to be able to do online appointment and event scheduling. So we have seen people who are in tech companies, in IT, and we get faxes from them to register for their seminars where you have to enter your credit card information on a piece of paper and then fax it back, and that's very time consuming for both the person attending and the person doing the registration. So you need to eliminate all those little details, things that we know computers can do. Having the ability to pay online goes along with that, and having automated invoice generation and reminders. A lot of business owners are chasing down invoices when they could easily have an email sent out automatically every certain amount of time, so that the person who's paying them gets a reminder and neither party needs to feel embarrassed about it, and the bills just get paid. Automated customer follow-up after a quote or purchase. We've seen customers or businesses who do quotes, and that's their main way to generate business. They do quotes and then they never follow up. They wait for the person to follow up with them, and that's how they get the job. They're too busy to follow up, but imagine how many more sales they would get if there was an automated way to just send an email to the client. Would you like to proceed? Yes or no? Instead of just letting them just go by the wayside. If you had an automated customer loyalty and referral program, we know statistically that referral programs make businesses a lot of money. And I think the stat that we saw earlier said that 75% more business would come from referrals. The company would have 75% more business. So why not automate that so that it actually happens, or there's a plan in place? Customer database where you can write notes and view interactions. So if you have a sales team, you can write notes about customers, and if that the sales team or has a transition or people leave your business, you're still able to pick up where they left off. And the same thing, if you're the main customer contact, if you're not writing notes and details about your customer, then nobody can pick up after you when you need to step out. Having an employee only area is also a really big deal because it enhances the learning curve and retention of those employees. If they feel confident and that they know what they're doing, then they'll do better at their job, which will increase their retention. And you want to have, when you're talking about business automation systems, you want to have the ability to easily add customized features and applications that are specific to the bottlenecks that you're experiencing in your business. So let's check in and see if this is happening to you. If you're a business owner who does everything, then you're going to have poor work-life balance, be stressed, overwhelmed, sometimes overloaded, and feel like you have no time. And what's happening is that in your get noticed area, you might be struggling to get noticed. You get few visitors to your website. You might not have time to write fresh content on your website. And a lot of the times, businesses with inconsistent branding leave customers confused. In the stay in touch system, you might not be able to provide enough customer education because you don't have the systems to do that, or you might be manually scheduling appointments and events. You have limited follow-up with customers, no automated referral program, and then no idea which of your marketing efforts is working. A lot of businesses will have like that ebb and flow of customers. So when they're short on customers, they'll go out and do a bunch of marketing, and they'll do yellow page ads and maybe some Google AdWords, and they'll send out flyers and do networking, but they haven't tracked what's working for them. And you want to have a system to do that. When we're talking about automating your business processes, what's happening a lot of the times is that you're doing that manual invoicing and following up by phone call to unpaid accounts and taking up all that time. Sometimes customer tracking is done on pieces of paper that are left everywhere and lost, and customers aren't their phone calls aren't returned, or new customers don't get the attention that you need to give them. Employee training becomes very time consuming when it's not automated, and there's no way to measure how the business is doing. So like we said before, what if something were to happen to you or a loved one? Would your business still be able to operate without you to your standards and your customers' expectations? If you don't have a system in place, that's unlikely. So what if this was your life? Business owners do what they love, and you have great work-life balance, peace of mind, you feel energized, you have time to spare. Imagine that. So in the Get Noticed system, what that means is that you're seen as an expert because of the systems you've created. Your website is a hub for visitors. You have content creation systems in place, so you're not doing all the work. You've got systems creating new content and making your website relevant on the search engines. And you've got consistent and professional branding going on all these different things that you're doing. In Stay in Touch, your customers informed and therefore purchases more. You've got automated appointment and event scheduling. You've got a customer database and a stay in touch system and consistent referrals. And you've got the systems to track all those different marketing efforts. When we're talking about automating your business, you've got those automated invoices and reminders, and that's a huge relief. You've got automated follow-up with customers so that and you can tell when a customer needs more attention, and that online employee hub that increases retention. And most importantly, you've got that online business dashboard that's giving you a live 360 view of your business that you can check in at any time from your cell phone, from your tablet, from your computer. When you have systems in place, you can walk away from your business, and you work because you want to, not because without you, the whole thing falls apart. So a lot of businesses have many of these applications that they're running, some kind of invoicing tool and some kind of customer management tool. But the problem with separate applications is that you don't get that streamlined view. So some business owners ask us, I already use a bunch of programs to run my business. I've got all these different applications, but I still don't have time to do what I love. What am I doing wrong? So like we said, it's not streamlined, so the systems aren't talking to each other. You don't get that 360 view of your business, which is a huge time saver, and it's also a huge it's an important factor in growth because you're able to see where you need work or what needs attention. You can't add customized applications to your system because they're all separate programs and you're not going to be able to tackle those specific bottlenecks happening in your business. And you might be wasting resources because most people only use about 10 to 20% of the programs that they buy. A lot of the times you're going to be maxed out keeping track of all these programs in your head, and what that means is that your employees can't pick up where you left off, so the whole system isn't scalable. So what's the value of this investment in creating systems? Do you know how much you've invested already? What if you had to purchase each of the products you need to create these systems? We've actually done all the research for you, and based on what our competitors are doing, we've created kind of an entry-level package that gives you an idea of what it would cost. So here's some information from our competitors. If we look at a Get Notice system where you've got this responsive design website that works on all devices, your search engine optimizing it, you've got email marketing, professional branding, and you've got the support to use all of this, a marketing coach, because we don't just throw software at you, we actually help you implement it into your business and then guide you in the marketing realm, in the strategy realm. And then you want to have a budget for AdWords or paid directories, promotional material, all those kind of things. And that is going to cost, if you did it a la carte, so piecemeal, on an entry level package would be $33,000, just under $34,000. When you're looking at the stay in touch systems, you need software to interact with your customers. Again, you need that 90-day marketing plan to know what you're going to do. Content creation and blog writing is going to be a really important thing to add because you need to post that fresh content to engage customers and to engage the search engines, and sending out quarterly press releases and doing different things to get your business noticed and get your stay in touch systems. And one of those things is actually learning about digital workshops, so setting up showing off your expertise with webinars and e-courses. And this level is about $23,000 a year. The business automation system is all about automating your business processes, having an online dashboard, file backups, IT support, having a customer database, a business phone line to track those incoming calls and again, see how your business is doing. Having a very personalized growth strategy, and then things like hosting and email that are branded to your business. That is about a $30,000, $29,500 package when we look at it one by one. You've also got hidden factors. So when we talk about productivity, you've got those implementation costs, a learning curve for each system, loss of productivity when you're setting up. There's possibility of data loss. We have someone that we know who transitioned to a new system and lost 3 months of data, and has taken her weeks, day in and day out, of resubmitting those invoices to her system. So a really big downtime for her. Some manual entry of your old system into your new system is going to be a loss of productivity, and then lost passwords and recovery time when an employee leaves, for example. Other hidden factors might be technology. So do you know that your application provider, do you know what their downtimes are like, their maintenance times, if their servers crash, what their policies are, what their history has been? Is their system fast enough, or do you spend time waiting for the applications to load? So again, these are big time wasters. When you're plugging all these different kinds of applications into each other, you can't be sure of the security or reliability of the intertwined programs. And will the technology that they're using, is it still going to be relevant in a few years? Will they be around in a few years? What's their history? And will the program scale with your business? And that's unlikely when you're adding a bunch of programs together instead of having them all in one system. Other things you want to consider are compatibility. What if one of your systems doesn't work with the other? What if you have a problem, you have to call each of these companies separately? And again, the fact that they don't talk to each other, well, the programs might not necessarily talk to each other. You won't be able to have that 360 view of your business. And there's limited availability to customize the applications to suit your needs because, again, they're all coming from separate providers. A common rule of thumb is when we're talking about implementation costs is that it roughly equals your first year of software costs, and it can be up to 3 times the annual cost before any discounting. So those are kind of an average of what to consider. So if you paid $10,000 for your first year for a software program, you should expect to spend another $10,000 to $30,000 in lost time, training, and other factors. And these are, again, very conservative numbers, and we're just going to go with the lowest one there. So this is what you would be paying if you had all these systems in place with various different service providers. So with what's out there already. So the Get Notice system, Stay in Touch, business automation would be equal $86,654 a year. Plus, if we do the one-to-one implementation cost, it's another $86,000. So the total cost of your system purchased from our competitors would be $173,308 for the first year. So when we look at that number, how do you feel? Are you happy with your current applications? Do you think that the ones that you have are returning the value that they're supposed to? Are these systems working for you, or are you still feeling overwhelmed and doing extra work because of them? That's a really important thing to think about, and this is where we can help. So here's our little triangle again. We've got the 3 systems, and what's very different about us is that we also have that advisory part. So the guidance that you need to systematically grow your business and use these systems to be strategic about what you're doing. What's unique about us, like I said before, is that our system has been developed by customers. So every component we've ever created was actually requested by a customer. So it's someone who had a bottleneck, and they're entrepreneurs just like you, businesses that needed some help. So we've never created some kind of application and pushed it on the customers. Instead, we wait to hear what our customers want, what the entrepreneurs want. Another thing that's very unique is that the technology is top-notch. It's been developed by some amazing IT people that consult with large corporations, and they're using best practices and using technology that's proven, that's fast, and just some amazing work being done there on the software side. The system is streamlined, and we've said this over and over again that it's really important to have that 360 view of the different parts of your business, and that the components talk to each other properly in a way that's seamless. And finally, that support that we give you, we help you set the systems up, and we support you the whole time. So it's like having a marketing agency, an IT guru, and a strategist at your beck and call. And we even have packages where we do everything for you, from the blog writing to the full-fledged marketing, advertising, and creating custom software for you. Our business is very unique in that we have really strong IT people, we have really strong marketing people, and again, strong strategists. And that's not a combination that gets seen very often. So how does it work? So we've built it all in the cloud, so you can log in from any device. From the first point of contact, we're the first point of contact for your customer. So your customer, we want your customer to go through their journey with you in one streamlined system. That's essentially what this program is all about. And we want you to be able to interact with them in that single system also, because great communication between you and your customer is the most important asset you have. So that's the difference between having a customer and a raving fan, is having that seamless experience. Security and reliability are a really big deal to us. we want to make sure that you have no setup headaches, and what we'll often do is write custom applications to import all your data. If you have a lot of data to bring in, we have a platform that scales because it's all built in one system, and it's kind of like a building block system. The platform will scale as your business grows. We have automatic backups, and again, a really secure and really tight system. Super fast server. So one of the examples that I love to give customers is that we can have 600 simultaneous clicks on one page, and we've built the same system that a large corporation would have, but in a way that small businesses and entrepreneurs can use it, and that makes sense for them. We have very proactive security, and I can go on and on about our security, and you can read some of the documents that we've posted on how proactive we are about keeping our customers' data secure. And through the lifetime of your business with us, we'll always do free upgrades, so you never have to worry about your software becoming redundant. So we simplify everything so that you can focus on building your business. Some of the success stories we've had is when Spartan Spark helped a nonprofit automate their volunteer scheduling, and that saved them 426 hours of staff time during one volunteer season. And another one is for a recruiting company, when we created a custom app integrating the recruiter's website to LinkedIn, and that allowed prospective job seekers to automatically show their references and accomplishments, so making it easier on the job seeker side and on the recruiter side, so that they can get the information they need. So how can we help you meet your goals? So you're probably thinking, hold on a sec. You just talked about how hard it's going to be to implement a new system, and it sounds like a lot of work, but it's actually very simple. We can have you up and running in 10 business days, and after we've set the systems up, you decide how much work you want to do from then on in your business. And another question we get is, how do I know what I need? So what we're going to do is a needs analysis of your business to see what you're using and what you need, and then a lot of the times what we can do to automate that transition. So we set you up with packages that work perfectly for you. We have an excellent track record with our needs assessments and with our business, and we actually do needs assessments and implementations for small and medium-sized businesses all the time. That's the specialty that we do, that we help that style of business. And we're actually one of the government's recommended service providers, both in provincial programs and federal programs. And here's a wonderful testimonial that we received from someone that we work very closely with at the Central Alberta Regional Innovation Network. Spartan Spark is a rare find. The firm clearly focuses on client needs to deliver quality results. With both business and software expertise, Spartan Spark is a go-to firm for helping develop solutions for firms to integrate their numerous software systems to create a useful end product that helps business. It's not only about the product or service, their attitude and approach are unparalleled in the industry. So thank you to Michael Kerr for that. It's a really nice testimonial, and it tells exactly what we do and how we feel about helping entrepreneurs. So the next big question, how much will I have to pay? So let's take a look again at our sheet of what the competitors are charging. So if you went into an entry-level system and piecemealed each of the components that we're talking about, you'd be spending $173,000, just over $173,000 a year in your first year. So if we divide that out over 1 year, that's $14,400 a month. And if we say that you're going to use the software for the next 3 years, you can divide that over 3 years, and that would be $9,628 a month. So that's kind of the value of what you would be getting on a very conservative. These are very conservative numbers, like I've said before, and we just did it based on a very entry level system. So this would be our lowest package that we're comparing here. So I want you to remember that number. And so here they are again. So if we do the 3 systems on an entry level package, it's going to be with the competitor $9,628 a month over 3 years. So what we have to offer is our Spartan Royale, and that is for businesses who see the value in having everything done for them. So we do everything for you, like we said before, the blog writing, content writing. We take care of the marketing for you. And it's like having an in-house marketing agency, an IT department, and a strategy coach right by your side. And that package is $5,000 a month, and there's a $14,970 activation fee. But if you pay a year up front, then we'll waive your activation fee. So we're very flexible, and again, we love working in the small to medium-sized realm, and this makes sense to our customers. We have a medium, middle of the road package where this is kind of the hand holding system where our customers do some of the work and we do some of the work. And this one is $1,597 a month, and the activation is just under $5,000. And then finally, we have our entry level package, which is $797 a month. And this one's like what we do here is we guide you through all your systems on an ongoing basis. And it's like having a membership with a marketing agency, IT department, and strategy coach. And the activation fee, again, is very affordable for solopreneurs. We have a lot of coaches in this area who are just the one person business, and they're loving the systems that they're getting in place and all the attention that they get, the coaching and the guiding to grow their business. And that one's $797 a month. And that's it. That's our system and what our systems and what we have to offer, and what's unique about it and that I love about it is that it's not just a software system, it's actually software and the guidance to use it and to grow your business. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.